What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Joshua. Today we're gonna have a fun video. We're doing a photo battle. Medium format digital versus medium format film. I got my hands on the GFX 50S Mark II, but also it's gonna go against my own Zenza Bronica ETRSi. Love this camera. But I have a special guest with me today. Get over here. My wife. Say what's up.
What's up?
That's me to them. So Evie, she is a gear guide actually for Moment. You probably interact with her at some level, answering emails and whatnot, but I'm glad she's here with me. She's also a photographer and she's gonna be shooting with the medium format camera.
The film camera. He's doing the Fuji camera.
But also we have another guest and new friend, Jace. What's up, bro? Get over here.
What's going on?
Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an honor being here.
Awesome. So he's going to be our model today, and we have some rules we want to tell you about. So let's go talk about them. Oh. All right, so here are the challenges that we are putting on as for the shoot, to be fair, because I have the digital camera. I'll be shooting with the GFX.
So the first challenge we have is he's going to be limited to only 15 frames on his camera.
I can't use the back screen, so I can't review the image after I take the shot.
So he's actually going to be limited to the ISO speed. So whatever I end up shooting on the film camera, he's going to replicate and do the exact same thing.
I'm only shooting JPEG, so whatever film stock she chooses, I'm going to make a recipe in camera for my Fuji camera to replicate that. So there's no editing, so get the exposure right in camera.
Yep.
Get the exposure right in camera. Fatality.
So we just go start shooting?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
I've shot Fuji and I've shot Portra. I've never done Cine still yet. So I'm gonna
you
try
wanna pick
something
Cine still?
new. I'm gonna try something
Hey,
new.
she picked Cine still, bro. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh, yeah, you won, so I lose. So I go first? We didn't even establish that.
Winner gets to choose.
Winner gets to choose. Okay, you choose.
You
You
go
wanna go
first.
first?
You
Or
go
me?
first.
Me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm not shooting this, so let's go.
Never been up here either.
So lost. I should have called at the very least. Would it say unknown on your caller ID? Or maybe my number's still saved. Now I'm standing here hungry and I'm ready for action.
Okay, so let me explain what's going on and what happened to this image here. So apparently in the GFX 50S Mark II, I think as well as other Fuji cameras, so there's a preview, exposure, and white balance mode that you turn on and off. And essentially that means is when you look through your viewfinder, if it's off, it's going to show you a perfect exposure regardless of what your actual exposure is. So like in this case, I didn't know I was almost like 4 stops overexposed. I never looked on my side where the scale was from underexposed to overexposed. Never looked at it. I just looked at the image that I saw through the viewfinder. So that that's why I based off my judgment. And so since I couldn't review the image, and again, this is not an excuse, but since I couldn't review the image, I didn't know I was overexposed. Nothing on the camera. This is totally user error. So make sure that's on your camera, because I didn't know. The more you know. But also you might have noticed these ugly looking rings on some of these scans. These are called Newton rings. Typically happens if there's sort of some close contact with the scanner or some weird things. I don't know how to explain it really, but it's really unpleasing. And yes, there are some here. I just didn't have the time to really rescan everything again and to get this video out in time. So bear with me. I know some of you guys are probably going to call it out. Totally get it. There's some ways to get rid of it. You can use an anti-Newton ring piece of glass. In this case, I was actually using the tray that comes with my scanner. But I think the fact that the negatives were kind of bowed a little bit, so it doesn't lay as flat as it can be. So that's probably the reason why it's just too much contact on the scanner. But yes, I'm aware, and I just want to throw that out there. Okay, moving on. We got to do some more comparison shots, so wrap those up and then wrap up the shoot and then develop this film. I'm actually going to develop her film. Or do you want to develop it?
I guess I can do it. Yeah,
Yeah?
I can do it. So, because you've been wanting to teach me, so.
That's very true.
And I mean, I do want to learn, so.
You're excited. This is new for you because he hasn't seen any of the images yet because we haven't looked at them because we can't.
I have no idea. I don't
So
know. I don't know
it
how
might
it's gonna
be
turn out.
trash or actually kind of fire. Who
I
knows?
think it's gonna be
We're in a really cool space actually. We're at our friend's co-working space and just studio space called MN here downtown South Bend, and they have access to 80,000 square feet of
800,000.
Is it 800,000 or 80,000? It can't be 800,000.
No,
Miriam!
it's 8. Okay, let's do 80.
Miriam!
80,000 or 800,000 square feet? 800,000.
What?
Fatality.
Okay, I have 2 shots left. Evie has, how many shots do you have left, babe? Can I call you babe on the channel? Yes. She has 7 shots. I have 2 left. And we have a couple more locations to go because she's going to have, I don't know what I'm saying now. I'm just rambling. That's a pro photographer stance right there. Got it? That's your last? You got one more shot?
I'm on my last shot now.
All right, let me get that same shot real quick. But anyway, I just want to jump in and say thanks to everyone who actually voted for which image they preferred. Again, my wife was actually shooting the film camera and I was shooting the GFX 50S2. Obviously, my wife won. She was shooting the Cine Still 800T. And she blew me out the water. She had better composition, I thought. She had better interest and visual interest of having a native film versus me trying to emulate that. And I did tweak it later on, actually in post to match a little bit more what the Cine Still is. But the dead giveaway, obviously, is that Cine Still has the iconic red halations. You can't really do that in camera. You can do it in Photoshop a little bit later. But I try to make my tones a little bit better. And I did adjust that recipe. So if you want that recipe for your own Fuji camera, just look in the description and you can see what I built out. A couple of things I want to highlight about the camera itself that I do like. One is it is a lot faster than the original 50S. Granted, it's still a slower camera. This is not your high-speed camera, but improved autofocus. Overall, the design is a little bit more sleeker, a little bit more compact. I think it's like the body design I really like because it's like a juiced up XH1 back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember that camera. I used to own that camera. I really like the design of that. And it's nice and girthy and yeah, I like the handle, I like the way it maneuvers. The lens, my gosh, I specifically asked Fuji to send this lens because one, it's an 80 mil, which is equivalent to about a 50, 55, I think. But it's at 1.7 and that's a crazy wide aperture for medium format. And so you can get super razor thin shallow depth of field for those milky shots. And what you notice about the recipe I used is that the clarity was turned down a lot. So it was very bloomy already in camera, which is kind of a cool effect. I like the display. You can have a little histogram pop up. I wish I actually looked at that more often when I was shooting. It would have helped a lot. But I do like that feature as well. It was quite challenging to have all those limitations with a digital camera when digital cameras are made to be so convenient. And the fact that the GFX 50S Mark II is so powerful, it was kind of interesting being able to completely limit that camera to only JPEGs, to only reviewing your images, not reviewing your images, only having 15 shots. Like those restrictions did force me to think more creatively. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I really enjoy using the Fuji GFX series, especially this one, the GFX 50S Mark II. My wife and I do especially, but if you haven't already, check out Taylor's review and her images are just freaking stunning. She did a review about this camera a couple months ago as well. So just watch both of these and you can kind of get a better sense of what this camera can do. But until then, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And comment below like what is your next photo project, or let us know what we should do for another photo battle challenge. It could be a creative limitation, it could be a technical limitation, it could be whatever. It'd be really cool to see what ideas you guys have in the comments below. But until then, I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. Man, she blew me out the water, yo. That's hilarious.
Fatality.